his school system as where he is supposed to be at. I pulled him out of the school because of the Child No Left Behind law. They wanted to push him to the 3rd grade. Do you really, the level he was at, he was on a 2nd grade level, and they wanted to push him to the 3rd grade level. When I pulled him out and I put him into another school, I didn't really understand why they wanted to put him, why they wanted to keep him back in the 2nd grade until I asked the questions, until I found out why. My son at the 2nd grade level to the 3rd grade, they wanted to send him to 3rd grade on a reading level at 16. The reading level was not, he was not on the reading level for 3rd grade. I fought and fought with the principal now where he's at, and I realized the reason why everybody was the principal was telling me the way she runs her academic at that school is because of she doesn't believe in the Child No Left Behind law. My son now, which is going to the 4th grade, I'm very proud of him because he's on a level 38. And I'm proud of that school because, number one, they work so hard with him. Yes, he does have a behavioral problem, but I feel as a parent, now the president of PTO of that school, that you have to be, as a parent, work with the school, you have to work with your child as working with the teachers. When my son was in the other school that he attended before he moved to this school, I did not have the involvement in that school. I did not make sure that his education was done. I didn't ask the questions like I'm doing now. And I'm really glad because now I have a 20-month-old baby that's getting ready to go to preschool. Me as a parent of 2 boys, I want to know what is going on in the school. I want to know what my kid's learning day by day. And my son will tell you. He may have a behavioral problem, but when I step into that school, he straightens right up. And I tell you what, dealing with the principal, dealing with the parents, I tell you, parents need to be involved. Some parents are here complaining when I'm on the meeting boards and meetings and stuff, my kids don't know nothing because of this. You don't ask questions. You have to step up to the plate, and you have to ask questions. At my job, I have a full-time job, and I'm a single mother. I have to ask those questions because, number one, no, I don't want my kids on the street selling drugs, doing things and everything else. So that's why I ask the questions. I am very proud of my son's school because of the way that school is ran. People may not think it's the right thing that the schools are running like that, but there are successful kids that graduated with high honors from that school. There are kids that are involved in that school. My point saying is that as being the president of PTO, not only this year, I see a lot of things, and I hear a lot of things. School, your kids, you're sending them to a job, and I explained to my son that when you go to school, your job is there to learn. If the teacher's not teaching you right, you ask me, and then I will step up to the school and ask them why they're not learning right. Parents need to be more involved in their kids. They need to be more involved in the school system. Excuse me. I just want to let them know that whatever the complaints are, whatever the not knowing is because parents are not involved. Parents need to be involved, and they need to stay. They may not have the time, but they need to ask the questions. They know that the kids are going home with homework. If the kids say they don't have no homework, you ask the kids why, or you ask them why. My son came home Monday. He has homework Monday through Friday. They give him homework. They give him report cards. They give him reports. Your child is what school? Davis Introduction Magnet School. Monday through Friday, they have homework. They have book reports that are due on Monday morning for this teacher, and I'm very proud of that school.
And if you look on the quite well in a number of ways.
Yes, I am very proud. I wanted to just, I dealt with another school which didn't do as much. They called it so-called part of school. And I had to open my eyes and realize that my son wasn't learning anything. And there is a difference. There is a difference in some teachers teaching and how they're teaching. If I bring a kid to another school, they might learn more than what other schools are learning.
And that's why we
no, I actually didn't.
There are tools for parents to look at how kids are doing in different schools, because there are big differences between the schools.
There is, and
I also don't want to cut off this discussion, because this, frankly, is what we came here for. But I want to be respectful of everyone's time and just make sure that everyone knows if you need to be somewhere else, please, no one will be offended if you need to leave.
For Italian, to see how many people understood what I was saying and to represent themselves, because of lack of communication, this is what ended up today. I guess people communicate better than what you're actually doing, and be optimistic and respect other people's opinions the way the apostles did. The apostles all came to certain kind of conclusions, but they all went their different ways. But everybody's entitled to their own personal opinion about how things are functioning and how things are not functioning. What really scared me is inclusion. I didn't hear anybody really talk about inclusion at all. And that's really shocking to me, because with your No Child Left Behind, that money has to come from somewhere. And we're not guaranteed whether we're going to get it from the state or the federal government. So you have a lot of children that have behavioral problems that have been existing for years that are being thrown in with children, quote unquote, some parents say are normal. So what is really normal? Are we all normal and functioning? Are we all learning a manner which we're supposed to be educationally? Or are we all just constantly working at each other in order to see and to meet, to satisfy one another's expectations for that period of time? I really think that we should communicate more. I think more outreach should be done. I think lack of communication between languages and people is just horrendous with us. And I think it's really sad that they're looking at us Americans and saying, you're all over here, yet you can't fix that moment. So if we slow down, look at each other, hold each and every one accountable. It's a humanitarian thing. It's not a color, it's not a person, it's humanitarian.